Hello, my name is Jonathan Mendoza and today we are going to discover how to install Java. Let's start with a practical example, and the first step is visiting the SDKMan website. You can write SDKMan.io in your browser and then click on install. Here we are going to see the installation instructions for SDKMan. These commands are going to work perfectly on Mac OS and also on Linux. But if you have Windows, you need to install first git bash for Windows. Then you can run these commands on it. So let's copy the first command in order to install SDKMan. And after finishing the installation, the SDKMan installer is going to provide us one more command that we need to copy paste in our terminal. And after that, we'll be able to use SDKMan by invoking the SDK command. But before start using SDKMan, we are gonna double check that we don't have any JDK installed yet. We can do it by writing javac dash version. Given we don't have any JDK installed yet, we are gonna receive a message saying that the javac command wasn't found. So the first step to install a JDK with SDKMan is listing all the JDKs that SDKMan supports. We can do it by writing SDK list Java. Here we can see all the JDKs that SDKMan supports, but we can also see which one is in use, but also which is the status of all the JDKs. So we are gonna start by installing the um, OpenJDK version 11, which is the long-term support version. We write SDK install Java and we paste the respective identifier. Now SDKMan is going to install the JDK for us and we only need to wait for it. When SDKMan notifies us that the installation is done, we can print again the table of JDKs by writing SDK list Java. The difference that we are gonna discover now is that now the OpenJDK 11 is marked as installed. Also is marked as the in use JDK. We can also double check it by writing javac-version and we are gonna get printed in the terminal javac and also the version of the javac command, which is 11, the expected one. Okay, we have installed Java and we are ready to start writing Java applications. But let's suppose that you need to install one more JDK. Let's say the version 15, which is the last version at this moment. We are going to write again SDK install Java and the respective identifier. This is going to trigger the installation process again and we just need to wait for it. After finishing the installation, SDKMan is asking us if we want the just installed JDK to be the default one. I'm going to answer not, and now we can print the JDKs table again. And the difference we are going to discover now is that Java 15 is also installed, but the version 11 is the one in use yet. We can double check it by writing javac-version and we can see that we are still using the version 11. If we want to switch to the version 15, we are gonna write SDK use Java and the respective identifier. Here we can print again the JDKs table, and now we'll see a difference. The difference is that the version marked as in use is now the version 15. We can double check it, of course, writing javac-version, and now we are gonna get printed the version 15 in our terminal. Okay, now we are able to install multiple JDKs in our computer and to select the one we want to use. So we are able to start developing Java applications. If you are a pragmatical person, you are thinking it works. We are done here. This means you are able to start writing and running your first Java application, and that's gonna be the topic of our next video. But maybe you are curious. Maybe you know it works, but you would like to understand better what we have done, or maybe you are wondering why this is actually working. Okay, let's start by saying that you can install Java in different levels. One level is installing Java as user. This means you are not aiming to develop any Java application, you only want to run Java applications. If you want to achieve this goal, you only need the JRE, which is the Java Runtime Environment. If you want to verify that you have installed the JRE, you write Java-version, and if you get a proper message, you for sure you have the JRE installed. But the next level is installing Java as a developer. This means you are not only aiming to run Java applications, instead, you are aiming to actually develop them. If you want to reach this goal, you need to install the JDK, which is the Java Development Kit. The JDK includes the JRE, but also includes tools that are going to let you compile, document, monitor your Java applications. If you want to verify that you have installed a JDK, you write javac-version. So what we have installed today has been JDKs, um, but there are two different ways to install them. The first one is installing them manually. This means you download the binaries directly, you uncompress them, you move them to a proper folder, and also you configure your Java home and path environment variables to point to such folder. This is not quite hard, but can be annoying if you want to um, install multiple JDKs in your computer. That's why we have installed our JDKs today through SDKMan. With SDKMan, we have the advantage that the installation is performed automatically, the configuration is also performed automatically, and not only at the moment of installation, but also at the moment of moving between multiple JDKs. The process is really easy. You don't need to configure your environment variables. You only let SDKMan to switch, and that's all. One additional advantage of SDKMan is that it supports several SDKs. For example, Gradle, Maven, Groovy, even Spring Boot is supported. And these SDKs are commonly used by Java developers, so it's also a useful feature. So in summary, what we have done today is we have installed SDKMan, and through SDKMan we have installed two JDKs, and also we have leveraged the SDKMan features to switch between them. Thank you for your attention.